Okay. Well, we can get this party started because it's late, and some of you Wisconsin peeps might be trying to watch the Badger game. So, Nicole and I just wanted to talk about hitting Success Club at the last minute. We still have some time left, guys, this month, so no stress. But there's actually a few people on this call who are just about there, but not quite there yet. So hopefully this will be really helpful. And we also wanted to talk a little bit about Shakeology because it's Shakeology's birthday. And we wanted to give some shout outs. So I don't know, Nicole, if you want to kick it off with your shout outs for your peeps.
Yeah, for my peeps that are on the call, I have Miss Tammy at Success Club 2. Woo! I think the rest are yours.
Okay. I've got, let's see, Ellen, Success Club 4, and she is a Shining Emerald coach this week, which is really exciting. And Megan, Success Club 1, yes.
3, actually. It's just
3.
not switched yet.
Awesome. It hasn't switched in the back office, but that's exciting. Congratulations. Yeah. And let's see who else is on this call. Nicole, Success Club 12, which is really fabulous. And you guys may or may not know this, but Nicole actually is 1-star qualifying, which it's really weird. Like once you get past...
It is weird.
It is weird. Once you get past, is it past Diamond? Right? Okay, once you get past Diamond, this is just a little learning experience for everybody here, and you hit like 1-star, 2-star, etc., you have to hold your rank for 6 weeks for it to count, for it to be what's considered a lifetime rank, okay? And lifetime rank basically means that you get paid accordingly. Like each rank has, see if you can follow me here, each rank caps out at a certain amount of cycle bonuses you can earn. Does that make sense? So like you can earn a certain amount per month as an Emerald coach and cycle bonuses, and as a Diamond coach and cycle bonuses. But once you've hit that lifetime rank, even if your rank changes, you can still earn the maximum amount in cycle bonuses. So it's kind of confusing. It took me a long time to understand what lifetime rank meant. But basically, just trying to educate you guys here that Nicole is a qualifying 1-star Diamond, which means she's got 5 weeks to go to hold her rank, and then Beachbody will like celebrate her officially. I don't really know. So I've been like dying to shout her out, but I will wait until Beachbody declares her official. But in my mind, she's official. So that's huge, guys. So congratulations, Nicole. It's really big.
Congrats.
It's really exciting. Did my rambling about lifetime rank make sense? Yes, kind of.
It's confusing.
It is confusing.
So the reason they have you qualify too is that for me to, you're 1-star qualifying, so everyone below you, like all of your coaches need to stay active, need to hold their Emerald, Diamond, and all of that rank. So it gets really confusing. So that's how they do it. So when you hear like on the national wake up call, like so-and-so is 6-star qualifying, there's a 6-star qualifying. That's what that means, is that they have 5 diamonds underneath them, but they're in their qualifying period to hit 6-star. But on their, when they're announcing the call on the national wake up call, they won't ever say so-and-so is 6-star qualifying. They would be so-and-so is a 5-star diamond. So some weeks, you know, people can go from 5-star diamond to like, I've heard them go from like 5-star diamond to like 7-star diamond because they have 2 other people that became diamond, but they're waiting for their qualifying. So it's confusing.
It is confusing. I don't know.
End of the day.
Basically, Nicole's just awesome, and she's kicking ass as a 1-star qualifying diamond. So once she holds it for another 5 weeks or whatever, she's 1-star for life, even if things change underneath her. It's really easy for her to bounce back into that rank and to earn that cycle bonus. So she's pretty much amazing. So it's really big. And so I haven't made a big deal about it yet, but it's really big. So I'm glad that you guys on the call know, and everybody on her team. You know, it's just really big. So expect lots of bells and whistles soon, because I know that she's going to hold it for 6 weeks or 5 weeks or whatever is left. Tracy is at Success Club 4. Nice work. You're rocking. And try to see Sherry's at 1. That's awesome. And I think that's it that I have on the call right now. So we can move along, but I'm just really proud of my team. It's really big. You guys are all doing a fabulous job. And what we wanted to talk about a little bit was just to celebrate Shakeology's birthday. We were hoping people would come with a little fun fact or tidbit or testimonial or something they want to share about Shakeology. So Nicole, my beautiful shining 1-star diamond, if we can get you to start with whatever you wanted to share, that would be fabulous.
So my huge thing that I like to share about Shakeology, which a lot of people don't focus on, as you guys know, a lot of people think it's just a protein shake, but one thing that not a lot of other shakes have, and one thing that's greatly benefited my own personal health, is the fact that Shakeology has prebiotics, probiotics, and digestive enzymes in it. So probiotics are good for gut health, and prebiotics actually support probiotics in your gut health, and digestive enzymes are what break down the food in your body so that you can assimilate the nutrients. So a lot of times, you know, if people, a good example of this would be, I had a customer come to me and she's actually celiac and has some digestive issues. So she ended up having her husband drink the Shakeology for a while, but it was helping her out a lot, but she had her husband drink it, and he, after 2 weeks, like he had suffered from major depression, but after 2 weeks, she's like, oh my gosh, his mood is changing. And I'm like, well, that could be part of the probiotics and the prebiotics, and importantly, the digestive enzymes, because your body is better able to assimilate those nutrients, which food is connected to mood, your gut health is connected to your mental health. So those are some key things that I like to share with people when they just don't understand, or when they're saying, wow, my mood has changed, my energy has changed. I like to try to make that connection with the prebiotic, probiotic, and digestive enzymes, if that makes sense. So that's one of the things that I love about it.
Love it. Thank you for sharing.
Ah.
The thing I chose to talk about, and I'm really excited that there's some newer coaches on this call, is the vanilla Shakeology, which is not my most favorite flavor in the world, but the reason I wanted to chat about it is because it's actually a relatively new flavor, which a lot of people don't know, because it seems weird that vanilla is really basic, so it should be one of the first things that they came out with, right? Like, everybody has chocolate and vanilla, and why did Beachbody take so long to come out with a vanilla Shakeology? And it's basically because 99.9% of any other protein shake or meal replacement shake you see out there that's vanilla flavored has artificial flavors in it, okay? Because of all the fabulous superfoods that are in Shakeology, they were pretty easy to cover up the taste so it doesn't taste awful with chocolate, with the cacao. But with vanilla, it was really hard to find a strong enough vanilla that was natural that wouldn't taste like garbage with all the superfoods that are in there. So they really, really worked hard. Beachbody didn't want to compromise by using artificial flavoring. So they really, really worked hard to find a vanilla source that was really strong and pure. And so they actually get it from Madagascar, and they have a fair trade. They get it from fair trade farmers there, and it's really, really cool that they get the vanilla bean from Madagascar, and they really held out for a long time, even though everybody wanted a vanilla Shakeology. So sometimes you will get pushback with the vanilla, that people don't like the way it tastes, and it's because they're used to artificial flavoring in vanilla products most of the time, because it's an actual vanilla bean they're using to flavor it. So that's just my little tidbit, because in the scheme of Beachbody and Shakeology's history, the vanilla is actually kind of a newer thing, and it's really, really cool, I think, that they didn't launch it until they were sure that they could find a vanilla bean that was the real deal. So it's pretty cool that they actually get it from Madagascar.
Yes.
That's my little tidbit. So does anybody else want to share? Anybody else have a shake? Yes. Anybody else have a Shakeology tidbit?
Tammy, do you raise your hand? Go ahead there.
I have a question. Do you know if they're going to come out with a vegan vanilla at any?
I have no idea. I'm really ready for them to come out with some more vegan flavors, but I don't know.
For some reason, Tammy, I watched a random YouTube video, and I think it was the one that maybe you saw with Christina Delgado, And I think what they were talking about there, I think she had asked and he said that they were kind of working on it, but I think they are working on it. But I don't know. But when I watched that video, I'm like, oh, maybe they are going to have a vanilla vegan.
Favorite flavor, honestly.
Oh, you like the whey one?
I would think they're gonna come out with another vegan flavor soon. I would really be surprised if they're not. There's usually some sort of, at Summit, my last 2 years, there's been some sort of Shakeology breakthrough of some sort. So my guess is I'm hoping, I don't know, that there'll be some sort of new flavor.
Yeah, Katie asked if the texture, the flavor is different with vegan and whey, and I only drink vegan chocolate, and it is. It's more of a dark chocolate, and from my perspective, because I haven't had the whey in a long time because I do get bad stomach aches, the whey seems more, for lack of better terms, fluffy and thicker. And the vegan one is not as, like if you were to just drink it with water and ice, it's not as, but since May when they improved it, it's way better than the old one. And I like the old one, but I had to drink some old packets a couple months ago, actually last month when I was running out, and I was like, oh my God, they've really improved it. So, but it is a little bit different. I don't know can anyone else explain like the difference in taste? I like I can only drink the vegan, but that's my favorite. Tammy?
A little more of like a chalky texture.
Yep.
To it. If you mix it like just with water, I feel like it has a little more kind of a different texture. Like
I agree with Tammy. I feel like they've improved the chalkiness with the vegan, definitely with the new formula, but it's a little chalkier, maybe a little grittier. It's not quite as smooth as the whey protein. I feel like the whey is like creamier, fluffier, milkshakier. But they've improved the vegan a lot. I think the vegan's really good. So, but yeah, I agree. It's a little more grainy, maybe, for lack of a better.
Yeah, gritty. A lot of vegan shakes are really grainy and kind of, but Shakeology by far is like the best that I've had. I mean, not only for the taste, but other things too. But when I tell people if they haven't had a vegan shake before, I always check in with them or have them try a couple of recipes, because if they haven't had vegan before, they might be a little bit like, oh, I think even the first time I tried it, I was like, oh, I like the strawberry better, but now I like the vegan chocolate. So anyway. Anyone else have a tip or fun tidbit that they found out or that they share or just learned?
This isn't really like a fun tidbit, but I did look up some recipes today.
Yeah.
And I did find a birthday cake recipe for Shakeology. So I thought that was kind of fun with the birthday celebration. So, it had, I took a picture of it because I couldn't remember. The only thing is that it had like fat-free cheesecake pudding mix in it, which if you're going to eat or drink your Shakeology, I don't like to put things like that in it. You know what I mean? But there are some people that do. So
yeah.
I also found Captain Crunch and Snickerdoodle. Those were interesting.
Huh. There's Girl Scout cookie recipes too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's tons of recipes out there, even if you search like Pinterest that aren't on our websites too, which I saw like the Shamrock Shake and someone, like you said, Tracy, putting in like the sugar-free pudding. I'm like, you're ruining. Why don't you just put Diet Coke into Shakeology? Like, don't do it.
or root beer, Nicole.
Diet root beer. Sorry, my aunt. I probably shouldn't say this. You guys know. But she drinks Shakeology. She's like, you're going to kill me. Don't yell at me. She's like, but what else can I put in Shakeology? Because right now I put Diet root beer in it. I'm like, oh my God. And just I actually told her, I'm like, oh my God, really? I'm like, don't put, oh my God. I was speechless anyway. But she's not like, are you crazy?
Be sure, in all seriousness though, do be sure that you always give a recipe when you hand out Shakeology to somebody to try. And I know that may seem like a no-brainer, but like I really did not do that the first several times I gave Shakeology to someone to try. And I had different people who just like would pour it in a glass of water and mix it with a spoon. And then they were like, it tastes awful, and it's like clumpy. And it never even occurred to me to tell them how to make it. So make sure that you're telling people how to make it. You're not just giving them a packet. Okay. So, because if they don't like it, then they may just not know how to make it. And check back with them to make sure that they actually prepared it and it's not just sitting in their pantry. So, anyone else have a fun fact or Shakeology tidbit they want to share?
Tammy?
Well, I have two little things. One is I was reading some things about like how much people spend on other, people always complain about the price of Shakeology. So I was reading that the average American eats out 4 to 5 times a week. And if you have a family of 4, that's $12,000 a year, which just kind of shocked me. So there are people who eat out a lot more than that, obviously, because that's just the average. And then the average American spends over $1,092 on coffee per year. And if they're a Starbucks customer, it's $2,100 a year. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And they also spend nearly $70 billion Americans have spent on weight loss this year. So people are spending money to lose weight and get healthy. So I thought those were kind of interesting tidbits too.
Really interesting.
Very interesting. If you look at if you take, if you say Shakeology at a discount is like $100 a month on average, that's $1,200 a year per person, but it also includes all of your prebiotic, probiotic, and all of this other healthy stuff in it. So those are good facts, Tammy.
Really good facts. I love it. Anyone else have one they want to share? Otherwise, we can move on to Success Club tips, but Sherry.
I'll share. If you search individual ingredients from Shakeology and Google Images and things like that, they actually give some really great. I sent a whole bunch to Jess too.
I know, I'm excited.
Post to your news feed or your groups and things like that to educate on individual ingredients that are in there. One that I found that was really, really interesting was the chlorella. Besides it having, good for digestive and depression and different things, it's supposed to freshen your breath. So I thought that was really interesting that, not only is it beneficial for, your overall mood and your digestive system, but that it can freshen your breath too. So
very cool.
I did not know that. That's cool. That's very cool.
I've heard chlorella on its own. One of my students that's a raw vegan, she was talking about chlorella and she takes shots. She's like, it's disgusting, but it's so good for you. And I'm like, well, it's in Shakeology. She's like, not in the doses that I take it. I'm like, well,
she must have some really fresh breath then if she has to take it in her
right? It's like mouthwash.
Yeah. Everything in moderation and balance too.
Yeah,
right.
You can't just have a shot of chlorella and think everything's going to be perfect. That's why I like Shakeology, because it does have all those other ingredients to balance it out. And they're not just when I used to make shakes, I would just throw stuff in and be like, oh, I'll try a little bit of this. And I'd have my maca, I'd have my greens, I'd have that, and half the time it would taste like crap. And it wasn't even balanced out.
No, I know.
It wouldn't be the same every day. So when I found Shakeology, I was like, oh, this works, and it doesn't taste like crap. I'm guaranteed to at least have a tasty shake at the end of the day or the beginning of the day. Anyone else have any tips or interesting facts or things that it's helped them with? So I think that's important to share too.
I think just for me, the most interesting, this isn't like a tip or a fact or anything, I guess, but I have really loved, I started out, had a lot of problems selling Shakeology because it was still so new to me. I knew I loved it and stuff, but what I really like is how it kind of will sell itself. I just had a girl who, she bought the 21 Day Fix with all the Shakeology. She heard me posting about it, so she went and bought the Shakeology. And then she just messaged me and she's like, I'd like to sign up as, a coach to get Shakeology for cheaper. But it was one of those things where I was like, if you had just bought this in the beginning, but it sold itself. And I think that's what I really like about it is I don't have to sell it. It works. It's good. It's, the curbing of cravings is ridiculous, I think. And that's the number one thing I share with people is the cravings. for sweets and snacks and stuff. So I love that.
Good. Love it.
I agree, Megan. Helps me with my sweet tooth big time. Mm-hmm.
Ellen, I saw your hand there, Ellen.
Yeah, I was just going to say that for me, in the beginning, I wasn't having it daily, so I wasn't seeing like a lot of super evident things to me. But then when I started having it daily, it was like, oh my goodness, I feel like my skin is clearer, my hair is silkier. I did change my diet too and have a lot higher fat, which might be why my hair is changing too. But my nails seem a lot stronger, and then my sweet cravings are pretty much gone. So it's pretty incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I agree too. And with that, I have people that have, wanted to save it or maybe drink it every other day or don't notice the importance. But honestly, like when the most benefit that I found was after drinking it for 30 days straight every day, but 60 days is when I was like, I think I even messaged Jess because I was having like hair loss issues and skin issues. And I'm like, I have all these baby hairs coming up. Yeah. And I'm like, this is awesome. And I'm like, I've also been drinking Shakeology for 2 months. You think I would have connected it knowing that that's good for my health. But I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually helping me. But it was that daily stuff. It's like you have to drink water every day too to notice the benefit. Everything has to be daily. So love it. Thanks for sharing, Ellen.
Thank you. That's
all right.
great.
So should we go on to Success Club?
Yeah, let's talk about it because we've got a lot of, everybody on here has potential and you will still hit Success Club this month. I know it. Okay, so let's talk about some tips to kind of hit Success Club when you're feeling towards the end of the month and you haven't hit it yet and it's a goal for you to do so. So let's chat. Nicole, do you want to take the first one?
Yeah, so the first thing I wanted to mention is that some months Beachbody offers free prizes for if you do hit Success Club. And honestly, when I first started, I had no idea. I received books in the mail and I'm like, who's sending me books? Why am I getting these books from Beachbody? They just, for some reason, sending books out. Well, it's because I had hit Success Club and honestly I had no clue. So this month, the prize for hitting Success Club 5 is Beachbodyopoly, which is Beachbody's version of Monopoly. And honestly, some of these gifts are pretty cheesy, but it's pretty awesome to receive random things in the mail. Maybe not the autumn bobblehead that's coming my way, but it's pretty awesome to get this. So I'm excited to get my Beachbodyopoly. So if you do hit Success Club 5, that's a bonus. And also, and most of you will probably know this, is that each month they also do have different things on sale, so you can offer them out. And just a reminder that Beachbody On Demand is on sale this month for $140. T25 and Turbo Fire are also on sale, and then the 3-day refresh has been on sale for a couple of months, but that's on sale as well. I usually I never say it's on sale or special, and sometimes I don't even say, hey, this is on sale, because if they do order another month, really they don't know if it's on sale or not. They don't usually know the price. You just want to promote like the value of what they're getting versus, hey, this is on sale, save $20. Anyway, tangent. But those are what's on sale. So those are things that you can promote that they're on special. I usually say it's a special this month versus using the word sale. One tip that I'll start out with is writing down a list of at least 10 to 20 people that you think that you would want in one of your groups. And it can be anyone, not anyone that's looking for fitness goals. Maybe it's someone that you just love on your team, but just writing down their names, 10 to 20 people, is setting that intention out into the universe. Honestly, I have a list of people that I wanted to be coaches on my team, and without even contacting some of them, they randomly message me just asking me about a program. So it happens. So writing down those 10 to 20 names, and then at least making an effort, say tonight or tomorrow, writing a note to at least 5 of those people on Facebook. So sending them a message, a personal message. But before you send a personal message to them, go out to their personal Facebook page and like a picture if it's current, and comment on it. It can be something short, but a genuine comment. And that way you're checking in so that you know what's going on in their life. So for example, they didn't just have a death in the family and you're messaging them, but so that you actually
just did that a few months ago to somebody, and I felt like a total a-hole.
because it happens. So yeah, going out to their page first, liking something that you would genuinely like, commenting on something that you would genuinely like, and then sending them a personal message, just say, hey. And if it's something you saw on their page that really resonated with you, or you thought was inspiring, or maybe they have a baby, telling them that their baby is super cute, or how old is your baby? Just writing like something that's 2 sentences, that's personal, nothing about Beachbody, nothing about Shakeology, nothing about what you're doing in life, nothing about what's going on with you, but ending it with a question. So if I didn't know Jess and I hadn't talked to her in a while, I could go out to her page. Oh, I like this picture. Yeah, she's a runner. Oh, awesome. I'm signing up for a half marathon too. Then sending her a message to be like, hey, Jess, I noticed you're running a half marathon. How many half marathons have you ran, and how many months in advance do you usually train? I mean, that's fitness related, but it's asking her questions. Or if you notice someone has a baby. Oh, I noticed you just had a baby. How many kids? How old is your baby? Just genuine questions, ending with a question. And then making sure before you do go out and reach out to those people that if you were to scroll on your Facebook line, that you either have shared what you have going on in your life, you shared like something healthy or inspirational, or shared a fitness tip, or maybe you shared something about your group program. Because what most people do, if you send them a message, if you haven't heard from them in a while, they're going to go and they're going to look, they're going to answer, and then they might go click on your page and be like, hey, I wonder what they have going on. I haven't heard from them in a while. So that's something that I do. And that's, for me, it's just building a relationship. And a lot of times, they'll click like and just start following you. I'm a bit curious. Why are they, not in a creepy way, why are they reaching out to me, but just, oh, sweet, and just start following you. That was one that I like to do.
I love it. I'm going to give tip 2, and I don't want to move us along too fast, but I don't want us to get cut off. Another tip I have that kind of piggybacks on what Nicole is saying is to go back, and hopefully you're tracking your contacts, but go back to all your no's, or your not nows, or your people who just fell off the face of the planet and never messaged you back, and follow up with those people. Okay? And that is where I messaged the person whose father had just passed away and felt like a real jerk. So make sure that before you message them to see how you can help them with their fitness goals, you take a peek on their Facebook wall and make sure that, that they're in a good place. But in general, yes, go back to all those no's, not nows, objections. I blew you off. I never got back in touch with you. Because truly, you can take half an hour of your day and get back in touch with 15 people who were no's, and there may be 1 to 2 of them that are like, oh yeah, thanks for thinking of me. Usually they're really flattered that you reached out to them. Honestly, just reach out to them and be like, hey, just wanted to touch base with you and see how things are going with your XYZ health and fitness goals. Like I had a girl who said no to PIO to me because she was going to try the DVDs that her husband bought her. Okay. And this was back in December. And so all I did was reach out to her last week and just say, hey, I'm just checking in with you to see how your health and, how your journey is going with your DVDs, and if there's anything I could do to support you. And I ended with a question, and then she reached back to me and, it just explained to me what was going on. But just touch base with those people. A lot of times you're like, thanks for thinking of me. And their no, or not right now, or them falling off the face of the planet may turn into them being excited because they heard from you again. And it's not that they were trying to blow you off. Life just got busy. Okay. So in addition to drumming up some personal relationships with people, like Nicole mentioned, also going back and revisiting the no's. Okay. And it just doesn't have to be a long message, but just a little short line, just touching base with them. And also anything you can throw in that is forming that relationship, like a PS, like your kids were so cute at the St. Patrick's Day parade, whatever, but something genuine, obviously. So I think that is a really great tip that has helped me, because a lot of times you don't know unless you ask. So Nicole, tip number 3.
Sometimes I forget too, everyone that I followed up, and I have a list in an Excel spreadsheet, but then I also look through my Facebook messages and be like, oh shoot, I haven't followed up with her. Wow, this person's been liking a lot of my posts lately. I should send them a personal note. Because a lot of times people are afraid to reach out to you, and everyone wants a personal invite. Everyone likes that personal invite or reminder. So Good. So one thing with the 3-day refresh, since it is on sale for $140 and it is a great program, and I know Tammy's done some smaller groups with this, but one thing that I thought of you could do instead of, gearing up to do a 5-day clean eats group, because there's not as much time left in the month to get that all started, you could do, maybe you do like a 3-day hydration challenge or a 3-day fitness challenge or a 3-day sugar-free challenge, just something that's really short. And then in that group, maybe promote the 3-day refresh, so that it's a cleanse, an actual cleanse that you'll be working with them on. And then since the challenge pack is on sale, so stick with that 3-day theme. So that's something that I thought of that could be possible. Stick with that 3-day. If people can commit to something for 3 days, roll them into that. And then also if they get the Shakeology, put them into another fitness type group or support group, or maybe there's only a couple, maybe you just have a promote that you'll be coaching or sharing just health and fitness tips during that month while they're drinking Shakeology. It doesn't have to be anything specifically nutrition related, but stick with that 3-day theme. Mm-hmm. Something super simple.
I love it. Another tip number 4 is, are we going too fast, guys? Sorry, everybody's writing so furiously. Post before and after picture. Tell your story. I know that sounds really basic, but you have to remember that you're telling your story and showing your before and after picture to not to the 300 friends who've already seen it, okay? Because hopefully they know and love you and are going to support you anyways, but you're telling it to the people who missed it the first time or who are new to your Facebook feed or, have been tuning out your fitness posts, but now are feeling like something needs to change in their life, okay? So personal story, genuine testimonial, before and after picture, or a video talking about why you love what you do and how you've experienced success personally, you're going to reach somebody new, okay? People love before and after pictures. They love success stories. They love to hear your story. And don't worry if you've told it before, because someone new is going to hear it, okay? And I just think that that's one of the most straightforward and genuine way to reach out to people is to tell them your story. So don't stress if you've told it before. Don't stress if they've seen your before and afters before. It can't hurt to share them again because people are always excited to see it. So.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one too. I'm not the best at that one, I'll be honest. So
it's hard.
I don't have like a huge before and after like weight loss thing, so I struggle with that at times, but I have my own story. I'm just kind of chicken. So I commend everyone that does that. So, and I'm always inspired, even though like Alicia was on our call a couple weeks ago and she shared her story maybe like a lot, and every time she shares I'm inspired by it. And I've heard her story many times.
I'm still inspired. Yeah.
Yeah, just take a different spin on it, but always think about that one person that you might be helping and always talk to that specific person too. Another one that I thought of, and Justin and I talked about it too, is offering an incentive for people to sign up. And I'm hit or miss with that one because I don't feel like you should be having to pay people to like join your groups. But at times, I've offered, if I'm sending messages behind the scenes, I'll be like, hey, if so-and-so signs up if you sign up by this date, I'm doing a drawing for an Amazon gift card. And that way you don't have to say the amount or something small, but that's how you can create a little bit more urgency. And I've done that in the past. I think the last time I did that was in December. I was trying to hit Success Club 10 because I was really close. And I had sent a couple of messages and like, well, if you order by now, you not only get it on special, but you'll be enrolled in a drawing for an Amazon or Target gift card. So that's something that I've done. But I don't necessarily do it on my page, just those people that I'm talking to. But I've seen people do it on their page too and get some comments. But I always keep it pretty small. Like I think I did a $10 Amazon gift card.
Because if you make $50 off the challenge pack, you can send them a $10 gift card. If it helps you hit Success Club, because you're going to get those free leads, and those free leads are going to pay for that gift card and then some, I would say that in the past, when I've done it, I have promoted it right on my wall. I don't do free incentives very often. because I'm scared of the post office in part.
So
But
Amazon gift card.
Amazon gift card, that's awesome. I
Post
do it with my face. Like, I know it sounds cheesy, but people connect with you. They don't connect with you like posting some sort of clip art that says like free gift. Okay? No. If you're going to give away some free shaker cups, say you pick up some shaker cups. Yeah. You pose with your shaker cups, yo. It'd be like, next two people who sign up for my challenge group get one of these in the mail with a sample of Shakeology in it. You know, people love free. You never know. That could be the tipping point for someone. It's silly. It's like a $10 gift, but some people get really excited. They love free. Yep. Post a picture of your face, okay? I know it sounds cheesy, but people like your face. They want to connect with you, your smiling, beautiful face. So a free incentive. Also, my next tip, and this may sound silly, but if you, especially for those of you who are sitting at 4, call on a favor, okay? You all know somebody who loves you and has been interested and curious about trying Shakeology, right? So that's when you can get on the horn with your sister and be like, hey, what do you think about, you know, purchasing some Shakeology from me this month, etc. I know it sounds maybe lame, but sometimes it's just that one person who just, they want to help you out and they've been thinking about it anyways. It can't hurt to ask, right? Right, Nicole? So
Yeah.
can't hurt to ask someone to call out a favor. If you're really, really close, I mean, you don't want to be calling like 10 people asking for favors, but if you're only need 1 point and, you know, your best friend has already been wanting to do Shakeology, call in and say, please, it'd be really awesome. You'd really be helping me out. You don't want to like post that all over your Facebook wall, but like one person who loves you, you could ask a favor. So
To try it, and then they have them order it HD, so they get it home delivery. And then if they decide they don't like it, there's that 30-day money back guarantee. But then there's also, they have the $2 shipping with HD too, and that gets you the 1 point. So that's something I've done that in the past. Honestly, I think over a year or so ago I did that, and then the person enjoyed it. They had it. They drank it for a couple of months, and it was a guy, like a Harley dude. So.
It's going to cut us off in a minute, but if we think of any other great tips for the Hitting Success Club at the end of the month, which I'm sure we have more, we'll keep posting them throughout the week. Okay? Does that sound good? Because I know it's going to cut us off in less than a minute.
Or if you have any that's worked for you, go ahead, Sherry.
I'm trying to get my friend, I've sent her samples and stuff like that to drink Shakeology. And I just bit the bullet, and I know you can only get one per account, but I sent her a sample package of 4.
Yes.
It was $20 out of my pocket, but hopefully that's enough to get her on board. I know she's super interested.
Right.
I know you only get 1 per account, which kind of stinks. But I did send that out, and so I'm hoping